going to look forward. So let's take a look at this new thing that Marvel has released, because that's what we do here.
I love being with people. It's the most incredible thing in the world.
What are you doing? Oh, this is nice.
That world may change and evolve. But the one thing that will never change, we're all part of one big family.
We are Groot.
That man next to you, he's your brother. That woman over there, she's your sister.
Higher, further, faster, baby.
That's right.
We're all part of one universe.
Wakanda forever!
That moves ever upward and onward to greater glory.
On your left.
Wow.
I've lived a lot of lives. But I'm done running from my past. We have unfinished business.
Who's we?
When you love something, you fight for it. We're the ones who changed everything.
Oh, look at that.
What a tease. What a tease.
That was pretty awesome.
That was amazing.
And kind of in line with exactly what we're doing here. If you look at the description of this video, first of all, if you look at the description of this video that we're doing right now, you'll find the way to enter our Star Wars giveaway. It's May. That's Star Wars month. This is the May. If you want to enter, the link's right down there. More than that, though, I talk about how we're looking forward to Loki by taking a look back at what makes the MCU so great to begin with. Because I love talking about the latest thing as much as the next person, but it's also really great to go back and look at some of the first movies that came out. And this trailer did kind of exactly that. I mean, obviously they were also showing stuff from like Endgame and all kinds of stuff, but those first, the MCU started back with a lot of these movies, and this just, I mean, it got you in that sentimental, and with Stan Lee talking. What did you guys think?
Well, with the one thing that I noticed was that when Stan Lee was talking, there was the one line, and it's right about here, where he says, the world is the same, but it's always evolving. And I thought that was really poignant because, you know, you look at the picture of those heroes that were right there, and 3 of them are right off the top. They're just, they're not going to be there anymore. You know, Cap's gone, Widow's dead, and Tony's dead. So it's like, it's evolving. You know, you've got new characters coming in to take their places.
And that's why it's great to sometimes go back and watch these movies again. If you haven't for a long time, if you've only been watching the newer stuff, I'd go back. I watched all of Phase 1 in preparation for tonight, and I was loving it. I hadn't been there in a while. I was loving seeing their original movies, even some of the ones that I'm not as big of a fan of. Like the original Thor movie is lower on my list than other things. But then you get Iron Man 2, and I've never understood how that gets as much hate as it does. But while we're still on the topic of this trailer, Debbie, what did you think of this sizzle reel / trailer?
Still trying to recover. I watched it earlier today, and it brought tears to my eyes. The scene here gets me every single time, and I just recently watched this movie, and I always cried during it because it's just such a.
It's huge.
I've got
huge,
goosebumps.
yeah.
I've got goosebumps here.
And Chadwick Boseman, when he does Wakanda Forever, that gets me every time because he's no longer with us. So yeah, this sizzle reel was a tearjerker, and it pulls at your heartstrings. So yeah,
They knew what they were doing.
Yeah,
they knew
exactly.
They knew what they were doing with this. Like it's just seeing like so out of not out of context, but just like how they were all just scenes like from the films and stuff, and then you get kind of like this janky camera view of like the screen of the end game and everything. And it's just like Debbie mentioned, I've seen this sizzle reel at this point today like 6 times already, and like the first 2 or 3 times I definitely like teared up. Now I kind of adjusted, I've acclimated to it, but like
even when I freeze frame on this,
oh,
I'm your daddy.
Oh, but kind of like I saw David mentioned earlier in the group chat how he said like, oh, after Endgame, like we didn't think like Marvel had anything left in the tank, and then seeing like the sizzle reel, it's like, oh, like no, they still got it. They still got it.
And then we move into obviously the stuff in the future, and I'm looking forward to, as we in weeks to come, we're going to be talking about Phase 2, then Phase 3, and then we're going to talk about Phase 4, and we're going to talk about the things we're looking forward to. So I'm excited very much to get more in depth on movies like Endgame, on things like Civil War, on these big moments. Those are going to be coming up in future weeks. I do want to mention before we move on, we got some of our first look at the Eternals, and that is they. These are they, apparently. And they don't do much in this. It's a big teaser, as in, here they are. What are they doing? Well, they're standing, and apparently they're eternal, so they have the potential to do that for quite some time. I'm willing to bet in the movie itself they'll do more. I'm pretty sure I saw someone with a cool sword that looked like one of those letters.
That sword looked dope. Yeah,
hey, so cool. There it is. So, I mean, you've got my attention. Cool sword? I'll watch the entire movie, sure. You had me at cool sword.
There was someone right after there was someone right after the Eternals title card that was like they were like moving really, like running really fast. I don't know if you caught that. Like right that there you go. Right there.
Yeah. We did have someone pop through. What the future brings will be worth the wait.
Chris, when we got to this part, the Spider-Man part, did you think like I thought like we were gonna get like a scene from it? Or no?
Yes.
I thought we were.
I was like, oh, we're gonna get a scene,
like,
and then
they're gonna cause a meltdown when they release the first, just like when they released the first scenes of Multiverse of Madness.
Because it seemed like up to that point, like each title card, like we would get a couple of scenes from that film. So I'm like, when I saw the Spider-Man, I was like, like we're gonna get like the first shot right here. But
well, I mean, when's Eternals coming out? November 5th, 2021, and Spider-Man
a month later.
A month later, so we can probably, if we just saw some of the first stuff from the Eternals, but they also tease it's worth the wait. But at the same time, we got this, and then we got what? We got Spider-Man, Multiverse of Madness, which, good God, that's going to be an event. Yes. Thor: Love and Thunder has got more potential than I at first expected when they first announced Love and Thunder. I wasn't as on board. I'm slightly more optimistic about it now, having learned a little bit more about Thor, actually. And Wakanda Forever. That's going to be a series, I'm pretty sure.
Now I'm very curious about that one though, because are they going to replace Chadwick Boseman, or are they going to replace Black Panther?
I don't know what the.
I mean, that's what gets.
That's what everyone's wondering. I mean,
well, they already confirmed they're not like recasting like the T'Challa, the character.
Right. They've confirmed that they're not going to like put a different actor in the role, which. Well, while we're on the topic of that ties so nicely into Iron Man 2.
Hey, buddy. Didn't expect to see you here.
Look, it's me. I'm here. Deal with it. Let's move on.
I just drop it.
All right.
That's the scene from Iron Man 2. It's one of the best meta acknowledging of the fact, because that's not the same actor. And so
a little on the nose.
I thought that was great. But also because it's Tony Stark and the way that then it kind of also shows us, their relationship, how Rhodey is always having to put up with his crap, which is the same as in the first one. But people are always like, well, how do you explain the change? And I say a different actor is playing it. Get over it. That's just the character. But, even if you have to justify it or something like that, I absolutely love that scene. I love it so much.
Hey, buddy. Didn't expect to see you here.
Look, it's me. I'm here. Deal with it. Let's move on.
I just drop it.
All right.
It's me. I'm here. Move on. That's what they say. They say in the movie to anyone who's going to start, causing problems about that. They're just like, I tell you right now, shut up. And so that's how they dealt with it back then. In this one, for Wakanda Forever, for Black Panther, they're not even gonna recast the role, because it was. I mean, it really, and the way that the way that Don Cheadle ended up being Rhodey is not the same story of how Chadwick Boseman stopped being. It's a completely different situation, and I say respect to them for deciding to go that route, because it would probably be easier just from a purely filmmaking standpoint, or the stories they were planning to tell with him. It'd probably just be easier for them to recast it, but they're not going to do that.
They just kill him off screen, I imagine, right? That's the only thing that makes sense.
And I don't know what that's going to be, if they're going to do a funeral thing, or are they going to actually put something in the movie that, because they kind of have to, in universe, acknowledge what happened to T'Challa. So,
well, I thought they had said, I don't know if it was Kevin or the director. Is it Coogler?
No, it's Tanasi Coat. I can't pronounce his name. It's not Coogler again, though. I don't think it is.
One of them had said that they would do some kind of a tribute of some sorts, I believe. So,
and that's what I'm expecting, some sort of. They're going to reference it in some way, but we don't have for sure the answer on that yet, and that's not coming out for a while.
Yeah, that's.
I think that's Black Panther too.
July 8th.
July 8th of next year.
All right,
next year.
I'm sorry, Debbie. It is Ryan Coogler. You're right. I'm sorry. It is Ryan Coogler.
Ryan Coogler.
Yeah, my bad.
Don't doubt me.
Then we've
I'm thinking of something else like he's involved. That's why.
Anytime someone doubts Debbie, it's just Mephisto.
That's
meddling with and so after that we got the Marvels. We just saw the first images, kind of behind the scenes images of Miss Marvel in her costume, and so that looks, who knows, I have no idea. I love Ant-Man.
I do too.
So I'm looking forward to more Agent what's face Woo and his magic. We get some a little bit in WandaVision. I'm actually hoping to see him a little bit in Multiverse of Madness, but that's probably hoping for too much. I'd be happy enough just to see him again at Ant-Man and the Wasp. Speaking of Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, real fast. They're also, this is the Young Avengers being set up again. This would potentially be showing Cassie, his daughter. She has one of them. So they're setting that up. That's 2023. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. That's going to be nuts. I don't know is Thor with them? Last we saw, yes.
Well, so that question will probably be answered in Thor: Love and Thunder.
You would think so. But I would love to see the Asgardians of the Galaxy. No lie. I'm telling you. I'm saying. And then we've got this. It's top four.
Almost.
It's a Fantastic Four.
Okay, Chris, I'm going to throw this at you. Here's your boner moment because this isn't Fantastic Four. This is just Phase 4.
Phase 4. I know. It's
They're,
that
gonna-
No.
they're teasing you.
But they're doing
do
the
that?
circle thing. That's like the logo.
If they end up doing that, though, that's going to be an official boner moment. I swear.
No, I
There'll
hope
be a
not.
graphic for that next week. That's got so much potential. I shouldn't have even made the Phase 1 opening for this. I should have just made boner moment. I'm gonna make it like a Batman thing too. That's gonna be. I'm looking forward to that even more than Fantastic Four.
The first time I saw this, I was confused. I thought it was like a slanted. I was like, oh, is it like an Avengers reveal?
Avengers Tower. Now I'm pretty sure that's Fantastic Four.
No, yeah.
If you keep trolling us as bad as you did with Boner, you're gonna have people like me who will end up spending every week talking about everything you do. So look out.